called a collection. It's a collection of objects, and it tells you that it's a collection of objects that have the myObject string in their names, and then an asterisk, which means that there's like whatever coming after the myObject part. It doesn't matter, but it's still in the collection. If we deleted this collection, obviously it would delete all the objects that have myObject at the start of the names. For more information on how path names work and what we can do with them, don't be afraid to use the help. You can find plenty of information about this at the path names literal. If you go to path names, you can see that there's like pretty good explanation of what you can do with the path names in Max. So now let's finish up the quick macro script that we were doing. That's supposed to remove all the objects that we create. So we'll just use the delete function that we used before, and then it expects one input variable, and that's going to be a collection of all the objects that are named myObject. And as we learned, we will type $myObject. This alone just refers to one single myObject. It's not, we can't tell which of the 10 that we already have in the scene it's going to be. It's not really determined. So we have to have the asterisk there, which tells Max that it has to collect all the objects that are named myObject, and that's going to be our collection that's passed onto the delete function. Now, we actually have two macro scripts in this file now, the myObject creator and the delete myObject. When we evaluate this whole script, it will install and or reinstall both macro scripts. So let's do this. You can see that there's like two numbers printing in the listener window now, and an OK. 928 belongs to myObject creator. It's the same number that was printed the first time we evaluated it. And 929 is for the second script that we created. So it's basically, you can see now, it's just the index of the script that we installed. Now, if we go to the Customize panel again, here the toolbar section, and the category is set to my own scripts, you can see that there's now two scripts listed in the action list. So let's put delete myObjects on our toolbar as well. I'll close this panel and just click on delete myObjects, and there you go, all the boxes are gone. As I said, these two macro scripts now became part of Max as new action items. This also means that their actions can be undone using the Max undo functionality. This is true for most of the basic scripts that we would be doing, only more complex scripts get touchy with the undo system. If we now right click on the undo button, we get the usual undo list, and the top item is delete myObjects. As you can see, our simple actions got fully integrated into Max. Even their undo entry makes sense. It uses the action name that we have. So if we just click undo that one, it recreated all the boxes that we had. Or if we right click on the redo, it's in the list, we can redo it and remove all the boxes. We'll now extend the object creator script a little to create a couple objects that look like a simple primitive tree. We'll use the cylinder and the cone objects for this, and the noise modifier. So I'll just make this a little bit bigger. So I'll remove these lines actually. So it's just there for testing how it actually works. And the first line will be my cylinder equals cylinder object with the name my object trunk, which has a radius of 3.2, a height of 30, and height segments of, say, 4. And let's have a couple of sides, like 10 sides. Then let's create a cone object, which is going to be like the branches of the tree. That's a cone object. Its name is going to be my object branches. Radius is going to be, well, actually it's radius 1. Let's make it 25. Cones have two radius values, one for the lower radius and one for the upper radius of the cone. So